Hello guys. In today's edition I'm going to be showing to you how we catch spikes using our indicators, our strategy for pain and gain indices. We are catching spikes only, and in this example we have our pin 999 index on a 15 minutes time frame. And the first thing before looking for a sell for spikes in this strategy is, first of all, to identify the market trend. And we identify the market trend by when this yellow line, the yellow moving average, is below the blue line, it signifies a downtrend. And that is when we start waiting for our indicator to give us an arrow. This arrow here, it signals a sell. Once you receive this arrow, you sell. Once you receive the arrow, you sell, and you catch your spikes and you make your profits. So when we have this, when the market is downtrend and it gives an arrow, you sell immediately, and you sell and you catch the incoming spikes. Let's see. This is an arrow, it spikes. This is an arrow, we had some pullbacks and it spikes. If you continue, go behind, this is a downtrend, an arrow, it spikes, arrow, it spikes. Then when the market is ranging, in this case where the moving averages are completely flat, they are not sloping downward like this other area of the market. They are not sloping like this area of the market where they are completely flat. In this scenario, we don't trade. Even if the indicator gives us an arrow, we don't trade, because here this market situation is indecisive. We avoid such markets. For a ranging market, we only trade when the market is trending downward. And even in this situation, when the market is trending upward, where the yellow line is rather above the blue line, in this situation, even with this arrow indicator, you might catch a spike, but the probability for you to have good trades are very low. So avoid such trades. Avoid trading for spikes when the market is moving upwards, like in this case. Avoid trading for spikes when the market is ranging, when the moving average are completely flat. You only trade when the market is slanting downwards, where we have this moving average, the yellow below the blue. And when you have the arrows, you sell and you catch the spikes. You sell, you hold, and you catch the spikes. You sell and you hold, you catch the spikes, and you make your money. The ranging market, here is a ranging market. We avoid such a market. And thank you. For the gain indices, where we are only buying, for the gain indices, we are only buying, and we follow the same rules. But here, this time, the yellow line should be above the blue line, not below the blue line, for like in the case of pain indices where we are selling. But for gain indices, we are buying, and we buy only when the yellow line is above the blue line. The yellow line is above the blue line, and when it gives these arrows, it's indicating a buy. So when you have these arrows, you can buy safely, and you catch your spikes. But in cases where the yellow line is below the blue line, it's signaling a downtrend, and to catch spikes efficiently in a downtrend is not advisable. For example, when you have this arrow is being printed on a downtrend, when you have such a signal, you avoid such signals. Such signals are invalid. Such signals like this one, where the market is either flat, where the two moving average are not sloping, upward, but flat, completely flat. For example, here the market is a bit flat. This blue line and this yellow line, if you look at it, is a bit flat. You avoid such markets. This one is in the downtrend. If you look at these two blue lines, downtrend, though we are having the arrows, you avoid such market. Such spikes are invalid. You don't trade in such a market. You trade only when the market is slanting upward. When we have these strong slopes, when the market is ranging, avoid it. When these two moving averages are very close and tight together, you avoid it. But when the market is trending upward strongly like this, you have the arrows, you can buy and safely and be assured of profits. When the market is slanting downward, you avoid. I am sure the trend filter is off. Let me put the trend filter on. Yes, the trend filter is on. Oh no, we no longer have arrows on the downtrend. We have arrows only when the market's a bit moving upwards. But when the market is flat in this situation, you avoid it. You trade only when the market is uptrend. The market is uptrend. Downtrend you avoid. When the market is uptrend. When the market is flat, like in this case, you avoid. Flat, like in this case, you avoid. Downtrend, like in this case, you avoid. Even though it might spike, but you avoid such market. You only buy when you have these arrows moving upward. In our next edition, I'm going to be showing to you guys how you can apply a good risk management to make the most out of this strategy. How to apply good risk management, where to place your stop loss, and a maximum amount of risk to take per trade, that you will be able to trade this strategy profitably and perfectly with little errors. Meet you in our next post, and stay tuned, and don't forget to like our page, and stay tuned for more updates coming up next.